KANSO from Poly Effects on the bench today. This is an overdrive pedal that they've created in collaboration with the amazing Josh Smith. True to form for Poly, they have gone about doing this in their own unique way. The pedal is completely created in-house in Melbourne, Australia, and it features a single FNOB. That's F-knob. This doubles as a foot switch to engage the effect. It also lets you adjust the bias and character parameters as well as the diode selection on here. Furthermore, this has MIDI in and out so that you can save and recall your favorite presets. The FNOB is such a cool concept on here. You saw me turn this on. As I twist this in bias mode, you have an LED that changes color based on essentially how hot you're running the bias. If you double tap the FNOB, you now have control over the character. This is like your post gain or your master volume. As you turn this up, it gets brighter and it pulses faster. Then finally, if you press and hold this FNOB, you can cycle between 4 different clipping options on here. You've got Schottky, which is Josh's personal favorite, LED, germanium, and silicon. I'm gonna start out with this character in the sort of purple slow zone. We'll double tap it and we'll start around green on here. I'm going to bypass it. This is a Sir Modern. We'll start on the neck pickup split. So it's going to be a single coil tone on there. I'm running this into the Tone King Royalist Channel 1. end of the spectrum, when you've got the bias low, you can use the character control on there like a clean boost or a tonal enhancer. I particularly like those settings with the Schottky or the germanium diodes in there because it lets you clean your guitar sound up on there. So you get that kind of better than clean tone when you back your guitar volume off, especially if you're running into an already driven amp like channel 2 of the Tone King on there. The LED and the silicon, I really like pushing the bias in contrast to all of that. So you can get it to the point where it's almost too much and you've got a gated style fuzz on there. But if you find that sweet spot, especially with the LED, which I find cranking the character, which does get a bit noisy on there, but keeping the main bias in that kind of green zone, it gives you that kind of late 60s, early 70s fuzz thing. Now, it's one thing to do something different with the layout of a drive pedal on here and another to have it actually be something that you get used to. And I found because those commands of either a tap to bypass the pedal, a double tap to flip-flop between bias and character, and then a press and hold to cycle through the different diode options on there. It's really easy to learn and it's quite tactile with this big knob on here. It's really nicely engineered. It feels super solid while being super compact as well. Poly really are doing some awesome stuff, and it's even cooler that they're based here in Australia. So I'll drop a link in the video description if you want to learn more about the KANSO. Big thank you to Lockie at Poly Effects for sending this out so I could make this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you all on the next one.